coach. Go ahead, Coach.
Sure, thank you. First off, unbelievable atmosphere today here at Navy, so thank you very much to the Naval Academy. First class in everything they do, tremendous facility, and great for them to have two really good games, and we appreciate that. And certainly, congrats to Coach Tillman and Maryland. They're back to the Final Four. There's a reason why he is the best coach in the country, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I think you saw that today. His teams are really good. They don't make mistakes, and it will be a problem next week for somebody. So heck of a year for our guys. I kind of said at the end of the game, in the locker room, that if you told me in August we'd be here, I'm not sure I would have believed you, but I thought, I mean that in a good way though. But obviously having Aiden, in our senior class, they grew. And I guess as a coach, one of your goals is to have your team get better as the year goes on, and we certainly did that. So I was very pleased where we are, and of course we're disappointed, but we'll take a step back or two and realize we're in pretty good shape as a program, and our senior class is great, certainly led by Aiden and some of our younger guys. And I think you saw today that Andy has the potential to be one of the best goalies in the country, and he was great. So again, congrats to Maryland, and we'll go from there.
Questions? Patrick?
What were kind of the challenges that their defense presented to you guys throughout? Because it obviously seemed like, particularly the second half, that there just weren't that many opportunities to work with.
Yeah, I think they did great job the entire game of plugging gaps, making sure that we weren't getting our normal looks, our conventional looks that we tend to get. I think that they're being really decisive in making sure when they slid that we weren't comfortable when we were throwing the ball. I thought that was the biggest thing. And then, I would say that was the biggest thing on their end.
Harrison, kind of what was the defensive strategy going in, making life a little difficult for them offensively?
Yeah, I think a lot of what we have tried to do, especially near the end of the season, was we didn't really want to sit back so much. So a lot of what we did, we wanted to dictate where they went, whether it was down the alley to the middle of the field, or just dictate what their options was in terms of like big, little. And the guys in front of me did a really good job and gave me shots that I could see. So I thought a lot of it was more us trying to set the tone instead of letting them dictate and us react.
Aiden, I wanted to ask you, first 5 or 6 possessions you guys had turnovers. Was it the moment? Was it just settling, or settling into the game, or was it sticks in hands? Those kinds of things happening.
Yeah, honestly, I do think that the moment got to us, at least in the first quarter there, and that was the big thing. I think we settled in a little bit, but still, I think you saw we made similar mistakes in the second, third, and fourth. So I do think that the moment got to us a little bit, but then we were still making those mistakes throughout the whole game once we were settled in. So I'm not quite sure. I haven't really processed it yet, but I would say that's my first reaction.
Aiden, to kind of follow up what Kevin was saying about how far you guys had come since August, what was kind of your perspective on what this season arc was like and being able to get back to this point again?
Yeah, I mean, even going back further than that, I like this senior class that I got to spend time with. Obviously, my class graduated last year, but I think in and around the program, I don't think anyone thought that this crew could take us this far, and they proved a lot of people wrong. I know that sometimes it's not a nationwide story, but I think internally, I think we know how far we really came, and the sort of pressure we're under this year. I mean, like going through, I know we've set sort of the precedent of winning the Big East every year, and I think it probably looked pretty easy this year, but I can tell you that we're sort of in a pressure cooker all year, and I'm really proud of the senior class for handling all of that and winning a 7th straight.
Gosh, 3-4 times a week, text every day, always checking in and talking about everything, whether it's a program, whether it's X's and O's, recruiting, food sometimes, whatever it may be. He's one of my mentors, one of my greatest friends, and I think the evolution of our relationship has been really, really cool, and I appreciate him immensely. And like I said earlier, he's a fantastic coach, and you know, it's you see those, you see what he does with my interactions with him, and you see how he does that with his guys as well, and that's where you get that consistency.
Congratulations on a great season, Kevin. Talking to Coach Tillman during the week, he said he was sitting there wondering, what's Kevin going to do different? Yeah, because you guys know each other so well. First thing I noticed was guarding the goalie on the clears. Is that something you normally do, or was that innovation?
No, well, I know him a little bit, so I figured, you know, we have to do some things. One of the things with Maryland is you can't give them a steady diet of something. They'll figure it out, and they'll have some success. But I thought we did a pretty good job today of just not staying in something for so long and try to keep them off balance. And I think when you watch some of their games throughout the throughout the Big Ten, and certainly their non-conference games early in the season, you know, if you're able to just make sure that you can change some subtle things, whether it's your slide speed, whether it's the way you approach, you know, whether it's the riding and clearing. I know he loves to do riding and clearing, so I had to do something just to get him going. So we talked about that during the week. But again, you know, they're efficient in everything that they do. So I think you just can't give them a steady diet or something, or they'll figure it out and they'll have success.